it's a real ground this, and the girls will be looking forward to getting stuck into each other on this surface this afternoon.
So referee Liam Staveley just about ready for the start of kick-off. We've got two sides that are ready to go. 40 minutes in front of us, and I tell you what, let us get ready for business. Playoff time has arrived, and it starts here at the Menderhouse Jungle. Dwyer play the ball. One pass to the right-hand side. Run made by Emma Lumley. Lumley to the 40-metre line. Is it building for Castleford? Got a good shape down this left-hand side. Roach brings it this way. Dummies once, then offloads. Tackles a good one from Hannah Butcher. That's definitely something to look out for as well. Butcher can really tackle above the weight. Almost 4 minutes of the game gone. Pursglove picks up out of dummy half. Links with Hoyle. Hoyle goes on a drive. England international to the edge of the 20-metre line. Plays it back to Pursglove. Pass into the middle. And Samantha Watts drives forward. He knew exactly where that ball was going, through the middle. Last tackle signalled here by our referee, Mr. Staveley. It comes down the left-hand side. Kick forward towards the post. It bounces awkwardly. Beavers tries to get rid of it, but it has been touched down. And I think that's the opening try of the game. It's been scored by Holly Dodd of the Castleford Tigers. She was just in the right place at the right time, just chasing forward for that one.
Yep.
5.5 minutes of the game gone. Tara Jane Stanley with this attempt on goal. Her last outing for the Castleford Tigers, 4 tries and 6 goals. It was an eventful afternoon at Warrington.
Yeah, Tara's a great player. She's one of those full-backs who can really pick out a pass like an extra half-back on the edges there. And doing a job exceptionally well, just punching the ball through the middle, and a nice little kick from Courtney.
That's a top kick.
Got the legs.
Picked up by Goldthorpe, well.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I thought she might have nudged that on, kicked it on a little bit, but picked it up, and there we go, Butcher.
Butcher running, trying to slip the ball out, and they found some support. Here's Goldthorpe stepping in and out of challenges, still wriggling for the try line. Last tackle signalled here. Can Leeds Rhinos get themselves over? It comes to Courtney Winfield-Hill. She kicks forward. It's right in that corner and eventually goes out of play. But I tell you, again, some enterprising stuff from Leeds in possession there.
It is, and they're opting to come down this right edge quite a lot, aren't they? I'd like to see them, which is interesting because it's, well, usually, stereotypically, a lot more difficult to pass from left to right. Teams usually favour right to left, but Leeds wanting to get near this bottom end. I don't know whether that's because of a weakness they think they've got at Cass, or some of their quicker players are down here.
It's got to be moved wide here from Leeds. Winfield-Hill testing the defence. Oh, a pass there would have really seen defenders at premium, it would be fair to say. Bennett's at dummy half. She'll try and pinch one herself. She's got to the line. Has she grounded it? Yes, she has. Lovely work out of dummy half from KEARA Bennett. And again, she offers so much, and he's one of these players as well that's come through the schools competition that the RFL holds every year. It's been a delight to see her progress over the last few years, to be honest, and move into this Rhinos first team.
Absolutely, and that's great news. That's absolutely fantastic. I was reading a book this week by Steve Boothroyd, who's been writing a history of schools rugby league in and around Leeds, and so many iconic players have come through schools rugby league, and obviously it's all changed now. The community clubs are what usually produces players, but it's great to hear that Bennett's done that. But listen, real strength shown from here, and some decent defence from Cass. Nearly managed to hold her up, but she reached out and got the try. And listen, not the prettiest, but they're all worth 4 points.
That's true, that's true. So 6 points to 4, this kick to come from Winfield-Hill. 40 goals so far this season from the boot of Winfield-Hill, by the way. A real points getter.
She certainly is. I'd like to get to see her get her hands on the ball a little bit more this afternoon. Usually when good things come out of Leeds, Courtney's fingerprints are on it.
And as you've mentioned, a lot of the play's been down this right-hand side with Butcher, hasn't it?
It certainly has, yeah. Whether that's a game plan or something they've seen, I'm not quite sure. But I'd like to see them link up a little bit better, actually, and do a bit more together. But if she gets a conversion, great kick.
Defenders to move. Castleford play on. Roach finds Eastwood. Eastwood dummies, brings it out the back to Tara Jane Stanley. Great hit. What a tackle that is. And that's all that we've got time for. But what a superb way to bring an end to the half with a hit like that.
They were just coming into the swing as well, Castleford there. George Roach, Eastwood and Stanley just linking up. I think that's the first time that they've had a shift, and all three of them linked up on the edge. You're absolutely right. It's a great shot from the Leeds Rhinos left edge there. Well read, well executed and well timed. But bit of a war of attrition, 6 apiece. It's been nothing in it really. Cass, I think, started probably the better side, but at least built a game back into it.
Wide pass for Courtney Winfield-Hill. She spotted something, takes on the defence directly. He's put down just at the side of the posts on this left-hand side of the field. Gaines, again, takes it down this left-hand side. Frayne through hands to Beavers. Beavers back on the inside, kicks it forward. It comes off the boot of Lumley, and I think that's been pounced upon from a Leeds Rhinos perspective.
Oh, it has. It's got all the hallmarks of Georgia Roach's kick in the first half. Bit of a ricochet there. Caitlin Beavers just ended up finding herself with the ball. Didn't quite expect it, I don't think. Bit of an opportunist kick towards post, all for best, and he got a little bit of luck, the Leeds Rhinos.
Winfield-Hill, I think it was, who ended up pouncing at the end of that one. But there was a real scramble of about 3 or 4 players all in the frame, wasn't there?
Certainly was, all desperate for the ball. Tony Smith, an old coach of mine, used to freeze frame, press pause, and he'd ask how many players from each side was in the frame, and you know, whoever had the most usually come up with the spoils, and certainly Leeds here, 4-3. And then there's a ball ricocheting around on the floor. You've got that many players in the frame, there's a good chance you're going to get on top of it.
Yeah, there was a real will and want to get that ball, wasn't there?
A desire. Yeah, well, I've just waved the 6 again there because it was a messy ruck. And that's because Leeds are starting to get a little bit of joy around that ruck. Cass looking a little bit laboured around the middle. They've done a lot of work, had to tackle strong. But Leeds punching through, making easy meters.
That's great yards from Staveley. 12 metres out from the try line. Bennett will pick up. She'll hurl the ball left to Butcher. Butcher's lining up a play. Frayne, what a hit.
What a hit.
Duffield coming in and really cleaning her out there.
Really lined her up there, Duffield, but a great decision to come back.
Winfield-Hill down this left-hand side though, going for the try line herself. Has she got there? She's wriggled her way over. Is it grounded? It is grounded, you know. Winfield-Hill has turned this game on its head. 2 tries in the space of 3 minutes.
Yep, and that's what she's about, isn't she? She's a real champion, she's a leader. She comes up with the big plays at the right times, expends a lot of energy. I'm sure she's tired there. She'll have a go at converting this kick, a little bit more challenging than the last one for sure. But that's what captains do, lead at the pivotal moments. Certainly started the second half a lot stronger. Leeds getting a lot of joy right up the middle of the field. Castleford looking a little bit looser, giving some great field position.
Look at that though, Frayne, and what a great tackle it was from Duffield. But Leeds, to the credit, they just went straight back down the left-hand side, didn't they?
Absolutely, yeah. 2 points of attack as well. Courtney Winfield-Hill up the left edge. They've got Butcher up the right. Not quite sure where they're going to go, but she's wriggled her way through, managed to hit and spin out of a tackle and get the ball on the floor, which is most important.
Starting a run up now, right-footed.
Oh, scuffed.
Not quite got underneath that one. Not got a real close game, this one. Kerrigan, another forceful run down this left-hand side. Picking up 12 metres on that occasion. Last tackle signalled. Bennett works it back into the middle. Winfield-Hill. Oh, this is going out to the right wing. Lamb couldn't grab it. And is there a player offside? There is.
Player offside.
So it's going to be another set of, another opportunity here for Leeds.
Yeah, and I think this is where they definitely need to run it now, start to build a little bit of pressure. Courtney Winfield-Hill with all the time in the world to put that kick up there. The kick pressure's really died off from the Castleford side.
Murray with a forceful carry. Just watching the replay there of the error from Lamb. Bennett out of dummy half, popping the ball left to Butcher. Butcher running across field. Oh, short pass there for Haywood. Didn't quite get the impact that it deserved. Perhaps that pass was real clever stuff. Bennett picks up out of dummy half. She goes again, twisting, spinning, gets herself low. Just held up short of that line. Kerrigan rushed into the pass. Offside is the call against the Castleford defenders. Too keen, too eager.
I'd be tempted to kick a goal here, mate. Just nudge that over, put some 2 scores in front, waste a little bit more time. They played that game against Wales, that solitary game since losing against Papua New Guinea.
Donut Oil for company. This time finds Lacey Owen, who puts it down. And it's dropped on, thankfully, from a Leeds point of view. And the danger has gone away for just a few seconds. Here's Frayne, lovely footwork. Gets outside the 20. Bennett. passing to the right-hand side. 9 minutes of the game remaining. Bennett pops it to the right-hand side again. Here's the number 13, Sophie Nuttall. 18 points to 6 in favour of the Leeds Rhinos. 8.5 minutes of normal time remaining. What a run this is from Murray. Straight through the middle of the defence. Up towards the 20-metre line. Bennett passing to the right-hand side. Butcher keeps it moving. Great work. Moxon's got a run in. Moxon's going to finish it off. Wonderful play from the Leeds Rhinos down that right-hand side. Such poise and such execution when it came.
Well, Moxon finishing off really strong there. How quick is she? She looks super powerful in this second half. Caused Castleford all kinds of chaos. But for me, all the value has come up the middle of the ruck. I think as the game's worn on, the Castleford team's got more tired and tired. Leeds have had a lot more fruits out of ruck, and Bennett has been exceptional getting out of the half, just joining the markers, bringing her forwards on, and look, you've just seen him for this break coming right down the middle where Leeds have had all the joy in the second half, and that just shortens up the Castleford defensive line, gets the wrong numbers, and Butcher makes full advantage, getting the ball out on the edge. Moxon just ripping up the outside, the right side there, far too quick for the Castleford defence.
It's always amazing how the most simple rugby league tries are the most fluent to watch as well, aren't they?
Beautiful to watch, mate. Simple game. It's a really simple game, this.
All the damage being done by that run from Murray, and lining up this conversion attempt is WINFIELD-HILL once more.
Being industrious, having a bit of fortitude, resilience. And then the skill on the back, skill and a bit of vision. Some half-backs who step up at the right moments, put the passes in the right places. You know, people like COURTNEY WINFIELD-HILL who can score 10 points in 3 minutes and just turn the tide of the game.
And WINFIELD-HILL setting her sights on another goal. Strikes it, and those flags are raised once more. So it's now looking a commanding 24 points to 6 advantage for the Leeds Rhinos. Now Beavers following up from dummy half, drifting off down the left. Gets away from 2. Misses a third. Still going here, Beavers, inside the 20. Some great evasive skills there. Yeah,
middle third starting to drop off now, getting really, really tired. Struggling to complete the tackles.
Left again with WINFIELD-HILL, lines it up for Haywood, puts it out to Robinson. Robinson for the corner. Robinson, has she touched out? She has, you know. It's a superb finish in that top corner.
Well, it's just ruthless. It's a ruthless performance now from Leeds. You know, they've had to work really hard. Listen, if you are tuning in, it's certainly not been a one-sided game. They've had to build pressure, be patient, run hard up the middle. Players like Amy Staveley have been exceptional all day, just bashing the ball through the middle third, ricocheting off the cast forwards. And look, as we're seeing here again, right up the middle, route one.
Kerrigan.
She's
been wonderful with some of the runs she's put in.
Hard and strong, mate. This is the game of rugby league. Run hard and strong. It's like trying to break an egg. You've got to keep bashing it sometimes till it cracks. And then, again, COURTNEY, great play.
Clever use of numbers.
Absolutely clever use of numbers. And he's playing on the role as well. Running the shapes, coming under, running some great lines between herself and Butcher. They've had those 2 points of attack either side. Look, maybe not linked up as much together as I'd like to have seen this afternoon, but it's been wet. It hasn't needed too many passes, and again Bennett out of dummy half has been really, really good. All 3/3 of the Leeds attack have asked questions of the cast defence this afternoon.
Just over 4 minutes of the game remaining. Kick comes in. Oh, it's wide.
COURTNEY WINFIELD-HILL, Butcher on the far side, control the game really well. But for me, I think a lot of the value has come from some of the unsung heroes up the middle, bashing it up and doing their job industriously.
Here's Goldthorpe.
And that's why players like Goldthorpe have been able to get the joy they have. I've really liked Amy Staveley today, mate. I think she's been exceptional, bashing that ball up the middle, being consistent, falling on the front, and just wore out this middle third of the cast defence, which has ultimately been where Leeds has got the breaks in the last 15 minutes.
So it's coming down this left-hand side. Let's just see how this eventuates with Beavers stepping back, getting between defenders again. So our player of the game is Amy Staveley from Leeds Rhinos. As it's down that left-hand side, goes to ground. Haywood eventually shuffles for it. And that's all that we've got time for in this game. We won't have chance for any more. What a game we've seen. What a second half from the Leeds Rhinos.